extend,
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 extend, extend.
Interesting. This, Ethan, could extend your life, could extend your life, could extend your life.
I can only assume he's got some other agenda.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Maybe he really is trying to extend an olive branch. Extend an olive branch. Extend an olive branch.
Meet him, shake his hand, look him in the eye, see what kind of man he is.
We can't extend a last-minute invitation to Hirohito, sir. Extend a last-minute invitation to Hirohito, sir. Extend a last-minute invitation to Hirohito, sir.
It's state policy. They will only extend furloughs in the case of funerals.
You can still surprise me. I figured for sure you'd knock me out with one fell swoop of poison, but you would extend it over a series of months.
The case. For our conversation this morning, I finally convinced Munson to get off the dime. He's agreed to extend an offer of settlement, the amount of 1.5, structured over 3 years.
To pass. A vote in favor is to vote to call 209 citizens of the Ark from the supply grid in order to extend life support for those who remain by 6 months.
In 12 hours, 320 people will be sacrificed to extend our oxygen supply, unless we take action. Treatments using their blood give us temporary immunity. How do we extend that immunity forever? By going to the source of their blood.
And if you do, know that our confidentiality agreement will extend to him as well.
I can only extend so much of myself to a non-peer, which means I can only extend so much of myself to anyone. Your search will need to extend to missing persons as well. If the killer hid the body of his second victim, Maria, it stands to reason he also hid the body of his first. I'm the senior partner that you turn to for help, and I will petition the powers that be to extend you an immunity deal. No way.
subconscious,
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 subconscious.
Subconscious.
The power of the subconscious, subconscious, subconscious.
So I'm making you up. Well, sorta. I'm part of your subconscious, man.
Going deeper into the ocean is going deeper into the subconscious, subconscious, subconscious.
It's a big logical jump from a body's immune response to the brain giving subconscious diagnostic clues.
My subconscious was trying to tell me you could never get through this without drugs.
Yeah. We have to access Cisco's memories somehow. Somewhere in his subconscious is the key.
The key to what now?
Getting my dad out of prison.
Well, obviously I agree. What with you being my subconscious and everything?
Listen to music, twirl a baton, talk about something else. They say your subconscious keeps working the problem. So?
This hallucination could be Booth's subconscious speaking to him through the voice and image of someone that he idolizes. What? You know, I lodged in his subconscious that his men don't respect him.
They say once you become an expert, your subconscious takes over. Back in my world, that's what we call muscle memory.
When we tell him how we feel, it seeps into his subconscious. It tickles his brain, and it'll make him open his eyes soon, okay?
care,
Care. Care. Care.
Care.
Want to go back to your place or not?
If you're not going to care about me for me, you're not getting any of this.
Off those bloody bones, they can't have carried it far.
And why do we care about that? Care about that? Care about that?
He had 3 beautiful daughters, but I didn't care about that. All I cared about was me and what I needed.
Jasper.
Jasper's in good hands. Octavia will take care of him.
$5,000. And what is their connection to the man who died under your care 3 years ago?
Don't we? Taking care of him whether he realizes it or not.
Watch yourself. Morgan, take care of your boy. I'll try you again tomorrow at dawn.
Okay. I'll take care of the deposit.
Yeah?
To take revenge.
I don't care about revenge.
You coward.
Is my gift to you. That is gonna take care of Regina.
Yeah. Take care of him for me, okay?
Guild House over in Blue Island. They have a living facility for firefighters and their families. They take care of our people.
Accompany. Accompany.
Accompany.
Accompany.
Accompany. What's that?
I'm supposed to train with Master Oogway again.
Of course, I understand. Perhaps I could accompany.
Sorry, Master Shifu.
Saeed, I need you to step out of the room for a second. Robin, can you take him?
Actually, Agent Anderson, will you accompany them? You accompany them? To make sure no materials subject to the warrant are disturbed?
I would like to propose that the three of you accompany me.
To the north. Detective Deke's absence, I will accompany you into the field if necessary, Agent Bly.
Oh, no.
You'll accompany Agent Reynolds to Fredericksburg. Don't, and your relationship with the Bureau's over.
You'll accompany me tonight.
Sorry, can't. I'm already booked.
Didn't you accompany me to one of these once?
You see those two deltoids over there? They have to follow me everywhere I go. They even accompany me to the bathroom, Michael.
You phone Katya? I would ask you to accompany me, but this is a delicate matter.
Call your attention to the friendship rider in Appendix C, Future Commitments, number 37. In the event one friend is ever invited to visit the Large Hadron Collider, now under construction in Switzerland, he shall invite the other friend to accompany him.
For God's sakes.
Well, I had a delightful evening, Leonard. We should do this again sometime.
Sure, that'd be nice.
Glad to hear it. I need someone to accompany me to the wedding of Dr. Morinelli and Dr. Gustafson this Friday.
I need to organize some logistics with Eric first.
Do that.
I'll go accompany my partner.
Supervision.
Supervision. Supervision. Supervision.
Supervision.
That's correct. Minimal supervision. Supervision.
So you understand how this works?
I'm being released into the custody of the FBI under your supervision.
She is ready to move on to the next phase of rehabilitation with ongoing supervision.
I know I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I knew she was receiving that level of supervision.
Barker! Artie, get him. Walker is left without adult supervision.
Right. Right. The judge offered mandatory supervision. That's better than the alternative. Out of the condo.
You know what House is like. He's self-destructive. Without constant supervision, he's gonna slide back into drugs.
Assuming quality education, adequate supervision, parents are actually rather irrelevant beyond a certain age.
On a camping trip.
Evan, I don't know if I feel comfortable you going camping without supervision.
Jordan's uncle's gonna be there.
Until further notice, you are to remain here and continue your training under my direct supervision. Understood?
Yes, Blue.
Gallagher. 6 kids living in squalor. No parental supervision. When the father is there, he's drunk.
One, the fact that you had a foster child in your home that ran away under your supervision.
Threat.
Threat.
Lifestyle makes me weak.
Look, I'm not a threat to you. Oh, your boy. I need to be on your property. I'd rather there's no contact at all. I'm gonna stay in the fields.
My lord, I believe riding is no longer a threat to you.
Why?
Until I'm confident you're no longer a threat to others.
Well, of course he does. And the FBI, they're taking a threat in Cincinnati pretty seriously.
On the move, make no mistake. What is happening in Spain is
It's a threat to our democracy as well.
Rosenbach said the bulk of the identifiable sources are the threat assessments. It's 14,000 documents. But if you hold those...
Investigation overlook anyone. Search even those that you suspect the least, for the threat may reside anywhere.
We haven't been able to negotiate with the Grounders because we haven't had anything to offer them. The biggest threat they face is from the Reapers.
She posed no threat to anyone other than her father.
Titus Delancey might disagree.
How's the new gig? It's nice people. Big job, but the threat briefings we get. I used to sleep better.
I don't get paid enough to have arrows shot at me. You need to take this guy seriously. He's a bigger threat to your operation than Nocenti ever was.
I just think he poses a greater threat to all of us.
But you're surrounded by people who constantly underestimate the threat they're up against.
Establish.
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 Can't simply be boxed up. Someone needs to establish a permanent unit during peacetime.
A few things we need to establish before we begin.
Thanks. And once I do become established, much like my Nikki Heat novels were inspired by you.
Repeat. This is San Francisco attempting to establish contact.
I just saved Quill.
We've already established that you destroying the ship that I'm on is not saving me.
When did we establish?
Like 3 seconds ago!
No, I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else.
All this document does is officially establish that Giuliano is his father, thereby giving him the right to the Medici surname.
What are you implying? And we're just trying to establish a timeline of Melanie's whereabouts.
Wyatt.
The target is Malcolm Merlin. Establish a perimeter, but keep your distance.
Listen up. We're going to establish a perimeter with checkpoints at 5th and Adams, 2nd and Kingsley.
Hopefully, once you hear this, we can finally establish some sort of relationship.
Business, they went legit. Started helping brands like Coral Prince establish a footing on the North Shore.
There will be another search this morning.
Might be able to use the scan gen to establish a bullet path.
Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, it's great practice. And if I can get Randy elected union president, that'll really help me establish myself in Chicago.
Yeah.
Assistance.
Assistance. Assistance. Assistance. Assistance.
Allentown would like to offer you our assistance.
I wonder if the Prancer has roadside assistance. How would we even call them?
We want none of your assistance. No, yours, Signor Medici.
Please, it is important.
Certainly. Can I be of assistance?
No, thank you.
What do you want?
To offer assistance with Portinari and Sassetti.
Is anybody there? Do you need assistance? Are you in danger?
This is the United States Coast Guard. Please respond if you are distressed or need assistance.
You work with the NYPD, right? We could actually use your assistance.
My assistance with what?
So, how can I be of assistance?
I need to know where he sleeps.
First, I need your assistance with my business.
I appreciate your assistance.
Soon, you will wear this.
I got an 1180 possible 1054, County Road J, requesting immediate assistance.
No, I'm good. I need your help with a problem.
Must be pretty desperate to come asking for my assistance, but I'll bite.
Oh, yeah. The Creole business.
In fact, perhaps they need our assistance if they're looking for a way to neutralize Creel's ability.
Via.
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 Wire? So, you flew via Amman to Kabul, yeah?
I charge my batteries via induction plates. If I reverse the power flow, it overloads the system.
Probably one of the smartest.
Listen, the job we called you in for was filled via nepotism this morning.
I'm Judge Tomlin, presiding immigration judge via closed circuit in Miami, currently presiding over Cook County ICE.
Then, near as we can figure, he left via the loading bay in a blue van.
Bring up Newton Foundation to Frenchie's Parking. Commute time by car at 3 p.m. yesterday via the Turnpike.
We'll track you in the limo via cell signal.
All right, gear up. Head out. Jones, take off Caffrey's anklet.
No, we turned our stereo down by sending a signal around the world via the internet.
Oh.
Temperance, can you hear me? I'm passed through via cell phone.
Jared, I don't understand. Why are you here on the helicopter with me?
I hit the bug in a rare book and I sold to him via third party.
Kurzweil picks it up. Via coded SMS, he arranges to sell 26 pounds of weapons-grade uranium to the Iranian government.
Oh, of course. We should call my atelier in the Via Palestra.
You now have until 2 p.m. We will contact you in 2 hours exactly via Skype.
Award.
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 In 2009, Slumdog Millionaire won the Academy Award for Best Cinematography. It was the first time the award was...
They gave me that one too, the one in the end.
Environmental Consciousness Award. Award. What's that mean? Why you, like, recycle cans and shit?
But I put it in a box, in the garage with all my other awards. Yes, awards. Out of courtesy to a sadly awardless you.
It looks ridiculous. Mine is a Distinguished Professional Award given to me by my peers, and yours was given to you on a peer.
Moira, is it happening?
Yes, the humanitarian awards ceremony.
You started. Was there fire?
Yes.
Did I put it out? Answer the question. Yes. I'm getting an award for it. If they gave awards for starting fires, I'd be getting one of those too.
Are there awards for tree trimming? Because this is award-worthy.
What are you doing here?
I know.
Breaking and entering the sheriff's house? That move will win you an award.
Go ahead. Keep dodging. Unless you just realize you need me alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a scholarship to award.
I'd still be here. I come bearing gifts.
Whiskey?
And we won another award. Look, I know our deal. I schmooze the board, I cash out the checks, I pick up the awards. You do most of the work.
You ever been to the White House before?
When I won the National Book Award.
Your request is on your desk, most of them Corrigan-related. And GLAAD wants you to be a keynote speaker at their media award ceremony.
Disaster.
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 Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, it's a disaster.
So I hear.
This guy is a walking disaster. 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 No wonder they hid him from us.
We really need your help. She's getting married today.
Her dress was ruined.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
He wants Lieberman on the ticket.
Of course he does.
Disaster.
Or historic.
Or historic disaster.
See, I'm working on a whole natural disaster theme for me and you. We're gonna start with the mudslide tonight.
The last file.
Come on, you know you're just managing a disaster here.
Due process.
Carried a gun. Pulled the trigger.
Her memoir doesn't mention that.
The reports are accurate. It's a disaster. It means the whole book's a lie.
Full cooperation.
Who's lying?
Well, you're all pointing fingers and shifting blame, which is typical of a disaster rescue operation.
As I recall, the mechanism was only minimally damaged. Your talent for compounded disaster is truly impressive.
Nice job.
It's a disaster.
What are you talking about? You made her totally lose her shit. That's a win in my book.
It's just a disaster. I'm sorry I brought you into this.
Ah, I see you two have a book open there, which more likely than not portends some sort of catastrophic disaster, which in turn can only mean my date with Rosalie has been put on hold.
I brought up open marriage with Rachel. It was a disaster.
Tolerate.
Tolerate. Tolerate.
Tolerate.
Tolerate.
A state of emergency.
This senseless violence will not be tolerated. Tolerated. Tolerated.
How is that my fault?
You have destroyed my ability to tolerate idiots. Tolerate idiots. Tolerate idiots. Now come with me.
Is the king to blame for Dolores' perversion?
House Tyrell won't tolerate this insult.
House Tyrell won't tolerate it. Tolerate it. Tolerate it.
Edgar was like my father. He protected me from the things he knew I would not tolerate.
I won't tolerate anything less than perfection.
Your tie is crooked.
Until recently, I had no idea that despite his lactose intolerance, he can tolerate small amounts of non-fat ice cream.
I'm glad we have a reason to tolerate your foul-smelling beverages.
Yes. Less shrinky, sir. He won't be able to tolerate someone else stealing his spotlight. We're gonna smoke him out.
My father was into smack pretty heavy. He was a musician. It's tolerated in his line of work.
No. He used extraordinary measures, but his heart could not tolerate the excessive bleeding. Bagosa, third-generation crime boss, rules with an iron fist. The guy simply will not tolerate dissent.
There's one thing that won't be tolerated aboard this ship, is bad form.
I'm okay.
Excuse me for saying so, but you don't seem okay.
I don't tolerate that sort of bluntness. I'm the...
Attitude. Attitude.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Girlfriend means no confidence.
Okay. Oh, no, you guys are full of it. Artie is right. This guy's got an attitude, and attitude is good.
Fine.
I need you to have a better attitude about it.
I have a great attitude.
Now.
Attitude.
Poor performance. Poor. You're never gonna find these keys.
Well, not with that attitude, we're not. Right? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I had a positive attitude.
Sorry that I haven't had you over for tea.
You know, your attitude was mildly charming back in June, in Virginia. But up here...
I don't know. Maybe talking about it?
Talking won't change a damn thing. It doesn't matter if you have a good attitude or a bad one. Considering that, he's come a very long way. And he's got the right attitude. You know, certainly he's working hard.
If I'd taken that attitude, you wouldn't be here.
My understanding, she simply turned down a new position.
It's her attitude. It's the way she turned it down.
Did you think...
Once the nation sees AmWorks in action, they will change their attitudes. I'm sorry.
Happy with our dynamic? Well, I'm not happy with your attitude. If anything, you're taking me for granted.
Sir?
We had a deal, Jackie.
Elderly.
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 Here, they'd put all their elderly, their infirm up into a tree, and they would shake it.
Answer his question, elderly man.
Look, just tell us what you saw after they fought.
The men destroyed my boat.
This elderly gent, excellent health.
That pool's a very slippery surface, and that elderly woman with the shower cap.
So what, we just relocate the entire town? What about the sick, the elderly?
Rosie, this is my house. She's just an elderly guest.
No one asked you, Ambrosia.
You work for me.
Who are the homeowners?
Nathan and Olivia Cameron. They're an elderly couple, semi-retired.
God, I wish people could have more respect for the elderly.
An elderly woman by the name of Edna Miller lives there, but she's out of town for the week.
And crashed into another vehicle, killing an elderly couple.
Lobby.
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 There's no smoking in the lobby, sir. In the lobby, sir. There's no smoking in the lobby, sir.
Where is Dean?
He's down in the lobby hitting on some frumpy chick who dug him in law school. And he wanted me to let you know he's sorry there's no money for bail.
You fuckers ratted me out.
That might be another reason why he's staying in the lobby.
Who's gonna serve it? 5 guys? Forget it. They'll never get through the lobby.
Look at this. You knew all about airbags and seatbelts. Fucking commercial runs on a loop.
in the lobby where she works.
Any governor in the country.
80%?
And she got it by taking on the oil lobby and the Republican establishment.
Hey, you guys got a guy in that lobby yet?
No, but I do have some good news. Jesus.
Do you need backup?
No, I got DEA in the lobby.
Here, you pets think you own the lobby.
Nice bike. So what would you like me to do with your 5 o'clock? He's out in the lobby.
Will you just tell him we'll have to reschedule? Thank you.
I think it was stretched out in the lobby of the Commodore Hotel.
Alternative.
Alternative. Alternative.
Alternative.
Alternative.
Would you really rather stay here all day?
Yes, given the alternative. Alternative. Alternative.
Look, we need to talk about alternatives here. Alternatives here. Alternatives here.
Here. Fetal surgery is not considered medically necessary when there is a tried and tested alternative. This is waiting until the baby's born.
Please.
You're really a federal agent? Considering the alternative, I don't sound so bad, do I?
Please stop taking drugs. Isn't there an alternative approach to...
Your client killed over money. Possession of his website. You need a straightforward alternative. Jealousy.
You've given us no alternative, Your Honor, but to file a motion to substitute Your Honor for cause.
And that is why it cannot be presented in court. It was obtained through illegal means.
Is this true, ma'am?
I have no idea.
Then I have no alternative but to exclude this.
He's not in the strictest sense of the word a doctor. It's more alternative treatment, experimental stuff. You're right. We need an alternative plan, one that's more suited to your path.
Cool.
The FBI shuts down Little Star, and this is your alternative revenue stream?
This is my camouflage.
Gladly.
You should consider yourself lucky. Stink leaves are an alternative.
To what?
Slasher dung.
Attraction.
Attraction. Attraction.
Attraction.
Attraction.
First time I've seen her, she was downtown, and I had an attraction to her right away.
In those tiny little costumes.
No, I'm the main attraction.
Okay, so he never made you feel special, and trust me, you deserve to be made to feel special.
Viewing. It is to be one of our best attractions. But there are still some technical issues.
And that's just one small fraction of the main attraction.
I appreciate the ride, but I don't feel like being a haunted house attraction today.
You'd see the attraction.
I've never seen the attraction of it myself. Cheers, Paul.
Character development. So in The Secret, we talk about the law of attraction and how we need to be really careful about who we surround ourselves with because we wind up being the average of those people. So...
Why? Why? Because sexual attraction is only one facet of the human romantic experience.
So don't...
Pervasive force in the universe.
Gravity. The attraction of a body to another body. It's what makes the planets go around the suns.
Career. Career. Career.
Career. Career.
Ray was sent down to Boston's affiliate in the EMHL, the St. John Shamrocks, the same team where he started his storied career. A career a lot of people believe is coming to a close.
Mr. Wayne, a very important man once said that there are two reasons a man should risk his career, neither of which is covering for a best friend who's missing work to be with a girl he just met. Well, don't be a schmuck. That stands for sometimes happiness messes up career. Kevin?
And came up with several reports of a possible relationship with local career criminal and protection racketeer Baby Jack Lemoyne.
Attention, passenger Brody Moore. This is the final boarding call
for your career. At Canon Ebersol.
There's not a killer. You know how I know that? Because the only person with the career path that you're describing is me.
Just by you.
No.
Something of a career-defining case. Of course, I'm familiar with it.
We need to be careful. If we're wrong about him, we could destroy his career.
Before she's lost forever, and I cannot do that with a partner who might be more concerned about advancing his career than he is about realizing this goal.
Rosha,
Oliver Queen. Sorry I'm late.
for this meeting or a career in business?
And burnt him to a crisp.
Thus ending the dragon-slaying career of Sir Byron Swan.
My house, my career, the rest of my life.
I moved out because we spent the last year constantly debating your career versus my expectations of a family.
Years. My whole career.
Take this upstairs. Rattling cages like that takes a toll on your career.
Vice.
Vice. Vice. Vice.
Vice.
You still go to Mickey's? What's your cholesterol?
It's my one vice. Vice. I'm keeping it.
This guy that I work with, Mr. Davies.
The vice principal.
Yeah, he,
Whatever Agent Booth says, you respond with whatever word or phrase pops into your head, and vice versa, and vice versa, and vice versa.
New girl, meet newer girl, and vice versa.
When I spoke with the vice consul and asked him about his interactions with Nicholas Barkley, he reported at the time that he spoke English.
To you, Vice President of the United States, Mr. John Russell.
Thank you. You don't miss a job at all, working vice?
Nah. I'm mad fun to shop with. Trapped in between two whole wheat slices, pastrami and Swiss are my only vices.
Yes.
Is there a vice pastor, somebody else we can talk to?
That's the point. So I'm gonna help find the family. You guys find a way to get him into surgery. She's vice president of Fantasyland.
Well, who's in there?
Is it the president? Or the vice president?
Until he gets his money. If I ever drink again. Right. Java's my vice now.
You don't get it, Fusco. You see those two in the suits? They work vice at the 15th.
Critic. Critic.
Critic. Critic. Critic.
Well, your critics seem to have some. It's no secret your last book, Wildstorm, slipped off the bestseller list.
Them to be random.
Maybe he's a movie critic. The movie critic. The French can be tough.
Critic.
Let me
Get over here.
work me for a minute.
Critic.
Easy, Ham.
Easy, nobody shits on your work. Hemingway himself does not write more authentic American
As
history.
usual, the critic got it wrong. And comparing me to you is ridiculous.
I don't know much about these things. I'm a jurist, not an art critic. But is 1 hour enough?
According to food critic Gustav York, Raven and Rose is the shining star in his expanding food universe.
Teach you to be a fashion critic.
And just so happened to hit a vocal critic of the U.S. government?
Yeah, I read this article by a film critic once.
Released in 1984, it was originally panned by critics as a pale knockoff of John Carpenter's Halloween.
Convention.
Convention.
Convention. Convention.
Convention.
In the truck.
One vacancy in this entire pissant town? Come on, what is this? A convention destination? A convention destination? A convention destination?
I particularly have no love for the desert donkeys, but I do have some for the Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention.
Insignias. No flag of origin. It's a violation of the Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention.
Kid, and then waiting for them to come after it before you snatch it away. That's torture. That's against the Geneva Convention.
Order stating that my men will be accorded the protection guaranteed prisoners of war by the Geneva Convention.
But I got more technology in my pocket. I can't fly in like I'm at an Apocalypse Now convention.
2634.
There's no need for that. The Geneva Convention doesn't exist anymore. Hell, Geneva doesn't exist anymore.
Encryption or secret codes as required by Article 34 of the Second Geneva Convention for the amelioration of the condition of the wounded, sick, and shipwrecked members of the armed.
Town this weekend, so I assume our victim was going to attend.
Okay, it's a comic book convention.
Gentlemen, this video is from a psychiatric convention in Dallas from 3 years ago.
Max, tell us exactly what happened.
Well, a few months ago, Jerry invited me to attend the convention with him.
The world's eyes upon him, he continues to ignore precedent, convention, and some would say the law.
Vain.
Vain. Vain.
Vain.
Win.
Will be the last American soldier to die in that conflict in vain, in vain, in vain.
You must go. You must go. Your journey cannot have been in vain, in vain, in vain.
You have stayed too long in London.
By then, we'll be safely out of the harbor. Smith and Bertram didn't die in vain, in vain, in vain. They showed us we can make our escape through the old canal.
If you don't know that by now, then I sure as hell wouldn't take the Lord's name in vain just to prove it to you.
Horrors you and I have endured cannot be in vain.
Ruffians in ski masks, they grabbed him and threw him in the back. I fought with all of my strength, but it was in vain.
So the sacrifices they made were not made in vain.
The truth is, Lady Grantham, I am not a vain man. I do not consider myself a very interesting person.
Use his last dying breath to warn us. I will not let that be in vain. This won't be in vain. We will get back to Storybrooke. We will defeat.
Where they gave their lives. We'll make sure they didn't die in vain.
It is too late.
Are you supposed to take the Lord's name in vain like that?
Situate.
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 Classic.
They're just getting situated in San Diego. You know, new place.
You tracked me down, Harold.
Just flew in to get Owen situated with a new identity and destiny.
Dell had just joined the foundation. Part of my job was to get him situated. There were a couple of incidents.
There is one bunker situated in a caisson in the Brooklyn Bridge, which was built but never decommissioned.
If I have not gotten my psyche situated straight, it's because the shit's continually been hitting the fan without respite.
Nope. Oh, how rude of me not to situate you. Doing Emily a favor.
It is to be judged unfairly, and because it's just possible that while I am uniquely situated to offer you your freedom.
Free Hodge! Follow me. I'll get you situated and I'll bring your husband in.
We know they used had other common elements, close freeway access, long, wide driveways that can fit a semi, and both are situated in between empty lots or unoccupied houses, minimizing the nosy neighbor factor.
Engine.
Engine.
Engine. Engine. Engine.
I saw it. It was like a jet engine or something. Like a jet engine or something. Like a jet engine or something.
External detonation. Number 3 engine is down. Number 3 engine is down. Number 3 engine is down. We've been hit. Can they get it right? Engine is down. Number 3 engine is down. Number 3 engine is down. We've been hit. Can they get a run in?
I mean, I can reduce the damage by
flooding the zone with bogus tweets that say the opposite, any search engine will be overwhelmed by both.
Wait a minute.
Yep. Eric Mitchell had less than a year on the job. His grandfather served for 30 years in a 23rd Engine Company. He stops by almost every day.
I'm an engine guy. Is this still in there?
Joe, same thing with the engine rebuild.
Fine, I found it under his mat. Look, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just come over once a week and start his mower so the engine doesn't get rusty.
We're in the engine room because we have a raft.
Sound the alarm. I want every man on this freighter down in that engine room. Search the entire floor.
Sergio, is there an engine you can't fix?
So far, undefeated.
I designed a compact cryo engine to achieve absolute zero. I built it to stop you.
You crack a window?
Left the engine running for the AC.
Okay, the people working the weaving machines in the 17th century, they didn't see the steam engine coming. One invention, industrial revolution.
Overcome. Overcome.
Overcome. Overcome.
Overcome.
Taught us to be strong. That we could overcome any obstacle that we faced. To fight.
And we shall do this. We shall overcome, overcome, overcome.
Well, no way to overcome that one. Oh, wait a minute, there is one way.
The problem is I had a little minor setback that we had to overcome from a couple weeks ago.
Like that?
What we mean is, did he have to overcome any difficulties as a child?
Well, no, not really.
Oh, I know, but what an excellent opportunity for you to overcome those fears, you know? You'll do great.
1. Scorpion 0.
Oh, how did you overcome my mind control?
With a poison that's stronger than yours.
He tried to remove the shoes, but only the strongest will can overcome their control.
Hey, Mom, I'm trying to write this stupid college essay question, and I really don't even know where to start.
Okay, what's the question? Tell me.
What's the biggest obstacle you've ever had to overcome?
The unexpected twists and turns. The disappointments you overcome.
Lives. Some of us have to overcome more than others.
I know that.
So, get over it, princess.
You thought it didn't work, but it did. The root allows you to overcome your fears by facing them.
I can't.
But you're the light one. Whatever this force is, you'll overcome it.